Steinbach Regional Sabres. The members of the Sabres are number 2, Volleyball, Fast. Number 3,
We'll just start. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Investors Group Athletic Center here on the campus of the University of Manitoba. Thanks for joining us on LRSD.TV for the Varsity Girls 4A semifinals. Our first match tonight is the number 1 Vincent Massey Vikings out of Brandon taking on the number 4 ranked Steinbach Sabres, obviously out of Steinbach. Our second match immediately following will be the number 2 ranked Lord Selkirk Royals taking on the number 3 ranked Jean Sauvé Olympians. You're going to be entertained tonight with what the prognosticators forecasted in being the top 4 teams here in the semifinals. Bringing you coverage tonight, I'm Graham McManus. Joining me here with the color commentary and insights into the matches is Cam Johnson. Welcome back, Cam.
Thanks, Grant. It's exciting to be here. This is always a fun night, and these 4 teams have had this night circled on the calendars for sure since right at the beginning of the season. They've been exchanging spots in the top 4 all season, so this is going to be a great night. I think that this first semifinal, we're going to see a lot of physical play, some big attacking. The strengths of these teams are in the attack and block at the net. I've seen these teams play throughout the year, and for sure there's some big attack and some big net play. So I think guards are always a thing at this championship, especially early on, but they're going to settle in pretty quickly. These are also 4 teams tonight that have been here and were here last year, the same 4 groups.
Yeah, and that's going to play a huge part because part of the the excitement of playing in the provincial semifinals and then eventually the finals next Monday night, December 2nd, which we'll also be bringing to you, is the fact they get to play here at the Investors Group Athletic Center. Many have played here before, but it's just a little different scenario when they're wearing their school uniforms, and for the grade 12s that are on both rosters, it'll be the last time, hopefully not tonight, but it'll be the last match or 2 that they're playing with their school buddies. So that just adds a little bit of angst perhaps, and just getting used to surroundings that are obviously bigger than their normal home gyms. So
yeah, and those teams are, like I said, these teams have been here in this environment, so I think they're going to be able to work through those nerves pretty early. But regardless of what level you're playing at, when you step in the big moment in front of your friends, family, and teammates, you do get a little bit of an extra nerves, and that affects the serving and the passing. And but I think they're going to work through it pretty quickly tonight.
And I know you always tend to, I don't know if you did this year, but I know you. What are the keys to success? And they kind of smile at you and go, well, we need to serve well, serve aggressive, pass well, and then the rest will take care of itself. So we'll see how the nerves play out in the first couple of rotations. Obviously, the setters will want some good balls to set up, and they'll want to get all their hitters engaged as early as possible, and then see who has the hot arm and how the defense is setting up around them.
Yeah, exactly. It's important to have a good early start, get those first couple of balls in play. But as we see every year, in the end, it's a bit of a wash. Both teams are going to miss a few serves, are going to miss a few passes, and then they'll get rolling, no doubt. Like I said, these teams have been in the top 4 all season for good reason. They have a lot of skill. These are athletes that have played a lot of volleyball with further school teams, but also in the club system, provincial team system. So,
yeah.
We're going to see a really high level here. I'm looking forward to a big night.
So we'll introduce the Steinbach Sabres starting lineup. Back to serve is Sydney Turin for the Sabres to get the match started. We also have number 4, Madeline Friesen, number 7, Kirsten Reimer, number 9, Callie Andre, number 10, Olivia Unraw, number 12, Abigail Voth, and number 13, Jubilee Steppen. So we're just about to get underway with the serve. Good net presence on the overbump there by number 7. That's Reimer with the put back. Not over anxious to go and swing at it, just goes up with the block and redirects. A lot of system ball. Great, what a great save there by Jersey Hansen Young. A little bit of scramble play, but drops it on top of the net, and it just topples over.
And that's a name we're going to hear, I think, a lot tonight. Jersey being one of the top players, the top player in the province.
Yes. And we'll bring you that list of top 10 from the coaches poll a little bit later. Good cross-court shot there by Reimer, scoring deep 6. Your starting lineup for the Vincent Massey Vikings: number 3, the libero, Georgia Hall; number 4, Zoe Price; number 5, Kipling Black; number 6, Ashley Sullivan; number 7, Jersey, Hanson Young; number 13, Hannah McGregor, a grade 10 player; and number 14, Peyton Oakton.
Kirsten Reimer with an ace serve there. Good float serve to position 1. Always a good move in volleyball, and we're seeing a lot of deep float serves. I noticed that in the quarterfinal matches as well. Set might have been a little bit tight there.
Yeah.
For Zoe Price on the right side, so we'll get another swing. Early points here in the game. 4-1 for Steinbach.
Kirsten Reimer back to serve. Speaking of quarterfinals, the Sabres advanced here by defeating the Miles Mack Buckeyes in 4 sets in the quarterfinals. There's another ace by Steinbach to go up an early 5-1 here in the first set of this championship semifinal.
Kirsten Reimer doing a good job with her serve, hitting that back third of the court and not right at the players, forcing them to move left or right. Another tricky serve.
Yeah, out of system ball, free ball coming back to the Sabres. Trying to establish middle, good heads up there by the middle hitter, Olivia Unraw. Tips that one to 4, no answer for the Vikings.
Good setting choice by center Abigail Voth on the Steinbach set as well. We get a timeout called. Important to set up that middle early in the match. It comes back and pays off later on when you want to set someone else in the later part of the game.
Yeah, so that'll be the first timeout called by Coach Kelly DeRue of the Vikings. Each team gets 2 1-minute timeouts per set. As we mentioned, the quarterfinal results for the Steinbach Sabres. For the Vincent Massey Vikings, they defeated Fort Richmond Collegiate in 3 sets in the quarterfinals to advance to tonight's semi. I was trying to think, Cam, of how many years we've been at this. It's been 1 or 2, so it's always a highlight. And, for those that are just tuning in for the first time and enjoying LRSD TV stream, this is a student production out of Louis Riel School Division, the Arts and Tech course. They're broadcast media, so this is totally student run. Ken Plantic, who's the instructor, is here to oversee, but primarily all the production, switching and everything, camera work is all done by the students, so we're grateful to be part of it. Another free ball over to the Sabres. Off hands there by Unraw.
More middle attack, which is, like I was saying, important to do early in the match when you get that opportunity. You're sort of training the other side's blockers so the next time they come around in that rotation, it's in the back of their mind and can open up some opportunities later in the set. Good choices so far by Abigail Voth, on the Steinbach side.
There's that big arm of Hannah McGregor that you were talking about earlier, Cam, in our pre-match discussions. So big swing for her out of that left side to get things going for the Vikings.
And this is one of the strengths of this Vincent Massey team is their size at the net, their physicality, and their outside attack.
Zoe Price back to serve for the Vikings, too, serving 7 here in the first set. That one looked as though it may have gone out for the Vikings. Off the outside of her hand. She might have been looking for that deep 5 shot, but just slightly out of bounds. Zoe Price back to serve for the Vikings, too, serving 7. In to serve for the Sabres is number 15. That's Madeline Hebert. That one looked as though it may have gone out for the Vikings. Off the outside of her hand. She might have been looking for that deep 5 shot, but just slightly out of bounds. Zoe Price back to serve for the Vikings, too, serving 7. In to serve for the Sabres back is number 15. That's Madeline Hebert. She puts the ball away. That one looked as though it may have gone out
about that
off
one.
the outside of her hand. She might have been looking for that
set to the outside for the side out.
Slightly out of bounds. Zoe Price back to serve for the Vikings, too, serving 7.
In to serve
for the Sabres back is number 15. No, that's Madeline Hebert. She puts the ball away. That one looked as though it may have gone out
about that one.
serving some aggressive.
Set to the outside for the side out.
Slightly out of bounds. Price back to serve for the Vikings too. So McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out. Back in the
outside for the side out.
Slightly out of bounds. Zoe Price back to serve. Vikings too. McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out. Back in the
outside for the side out.
Great attempt, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out. Back in the
outside for the side out.
Great attempt, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out. Back in the
outside for the side out.
Great attempt, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out. Back in the
outside for the side out.
Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down Sabre back in number 15. No, sideline Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the small service time out.
Outside for the side out.
Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down very sharp crossover. Madeline Sabre broadcasting ball that one right off the zone. May have gone over the Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. Leads off the net. McGregor takes the sideline down very sharp crossover. Madeline Sabre broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. McGregor takes the sideline down very sharp crossover. Madeline Sabre broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. McGregor takes the sideline down very sharp crossover. Madeline Sabre broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by Reimer. McGregor takes the sideline there by Madeline Sabre broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, bringing that one back in by McGregor takes the sideline there by broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, goes out one down the line. McGregor takes the sideline there by broadcasting up there on the back line by Jersey Hansen, goes out one down the line. McGregor takes the sideline there by broadcasting up there on the back Jersey Hansen, goes out one down the line. McGregor takes the sideline there by up there on the back Jersey Hansen, goes out one down the line. McGregor takes the sideline there by up there on the back goes out one down the line. That's to come back on it. You want to get a shutout. Let's come back on it. You want to get a shutout. Let's come back on it. You want to get a shutout. Let's come back on it. You want to get a Good dig there by Stepan. Roll shot by Unruh. Great job by the Sabres to keep that ball alive. Hogan choosing to go back row, but just not high enough for Hanson Young. She had to free ball that one. That ball off the antenna, off the hand of Zoe Price, so it's a point. Sabres tied at 14.
So we've talked a little bit about Jersey, Hanson Young, and Hannah McGregor as the left sides for Vincent Massey, but not to be outdone is Zoe Price on the right side. She got a number of sets there, did a good job.
Great pancake attempt there by the libero. Number 4, Madeline Friesen. We'll see what Massey does in the serve. It appears as though they may have her as a bit of a serving target, but out of system ball, free ball for the Vikings. Ball's out to McGregor, off hands, kept alive. Nice down ball there by Stepan. And she gets a good swing and off hands of the middle blocker, Kipling Black, for the point. Sabres. And Madeline Hebert back in to serve. She did an effective job the last time she came in off the bench, which is always a bit of a tough situation.
It is, yeah, and in these games it's very important. These sets end obviously often enough in a 2 or a 3-point win or loss. So when you come in and serve 1 or 2 balls, it's a pretty big contribution.
Yeah. Hanson Young trying to cut that one back to 1 again out the sideline, so point for the Sabres, 16-15. So we're back and forth exchanging leads here in this first set of the varsity girls semifinal number 1. Cleanup on the outside by the setter, that's Abigail Voth. And subs for the Vikings, number 10, that's Leela Beckering going in. And number 11 going in is Caitlin Kokut. Looks like a double sub to get the setter in the back row and get a little size in the front.
That's right. Well, and sometimes you get the added bonus of a stoppage and a little bit extra time to think about the serve. So
good heads-up play by the libero, Georgia Hall. Unruh back in. McGregor back on the service line, which puts Hanson Young in the front row. Service ace. And back to tied, 17. Nice little inside set there to Steppen.
Steppen continues to hit with a lot of confidence, which is good to see. A strong approach and hitting hard. Not trying to avoid the block in any way there. Just hitting hard, testing it, and has been on the successful side of those attempts thus far in this first set.
And as you said, big high reach, although that was an inside set, which you might expect a little lower. They're just giving it to her inside, a different spot in the net, and she's getting up and after it. Oh, 2 hits there by Voth on the set. Gives herself a chuckle.
Yeah, didn't quite time the extension on that one the way she would have wanted to. So here we are tied at 18.
Yeah, Kipling Black back to serve. So in the front row is Leela Beckering. So this will be her first defense. Just served out the back.
Not by much.
Nope. Good pass there by McGregor. Allows the middle to set it up, but great read by the middle blocker there. Callie Andre with the putback.
Yeah,
solo block.
You saw that 51 set got pushed just a little bit there, so wasn't Sullivan unable to get her full swing that she would have been after.
Hanson Young took a little bit off that one and rolled it deep into 6 and split that 5-6 seam for the point. And we have our double sub, so we've got Ogden going back in. She'll be serving and setting from the back row, and into the front row is number 4, Zoe Price. Again, a little tight there for the middle hitter. Good swing there by number 7. That's Kirsten Reimer. Off hands, out of bounds. Good vision.
Yeah, Reimer did a good job there of reaching on that one as well and hitting it off the block. I think that was an intentional shot. Sometimes on the left side, you just swing hard and good things happen, but there she was going to hit it off the block and was successful.
That one, Hanson Young, and the middle, Ashley Sullivan, had a chance to set that one. There was no room to go around or over.
No, that was well placed block there for sure. The bit of a size differential on that one, and Massey brings it within 1.
Tight ball there for Voth. Unable to rescue that to keep it alive. So we're tied at 21 here in this first set. As you said, Cam, it's playing out. It's going to be back and forth here, early indications. Great serve there by Hanson Young. Free ball coming back to Massey. Ogden decides to go out to Hannah McGregor. Might have been out of bounds, but she played it anyways. She just wants to keep swinging. And puts it away.
Now we've seen a couple of different options there, so a harder swing and then a tip. Steppen's doing a great job in the back row for Steinbach. She's covering a lot of ground.
Yeah.
But now we've Massey with their first lead of the set, I believe, at 22-21.
Yep. Amy Taves, the coach of the Steinbach Sabres, exhausting her last time out. So hoping to disrupt the Massey serve, number 1, and let our girls catch their breath. They've been in these situations before, so there's no panic. It's early in the match yet, 22-21.
neither team in these timeouts looking too anxious, too
No.
worried about things. Just take a breath, go out and do their jobs.
No one doing deep breathing exercises
Not yet,
at
no.
this part in the match. So.
Not yet.
May come.
Yeah.
So as we come back in, we've got Massey serving, Jersey Hansen Young on the service line. Peyton Ogden, the setter, has 3 hitters up front, and Steinbach has 2 up front with Voth as a setter in the front row. Nice pass there by the libero. Off hands, kept alive. Ball's back into Sabres, comes out to Unraw. She goes inside swing off hands and scores off the hands of Sullivan, the middle blocker.
Yeah, and that's what you like to see. No fear when you go up to hit that ball off of the block late in a set. Sometimes start to see a bit more tipping and rolling.
Yeah.
But not for Reimer. She went up, took a good swing.
A little bit of an out-of-system ball here. Free ball coming. See what Voth does with this one. And wins that power battle over Zoe
Continues
Price
to battle
at
over the net. Yeah, they ran the step there, which is a good play.
Yeah.
Hoping for separation, but Vincent Massey didn't really fall for that one. But still, nice shot by Reimer to hit off of the block on a tighter set.
And both coaches have exhausted their timeouts with Kelly DeRue calling her final timeout. Down 1, 22. Her Sabres are serving 23-22 here in the first set. Again, our second match here will be the number 2 Lord Selkirk Royals taking on the number 3 ranked College Jean Sauvé Olympians. So we're hoping you've set aside time for both of these semifinals tonight on LRSD TV. You don't have to worry about weather, driving. You got your own snacks available. You can come and go as you want, and we'll be here for you when you come back.
The stands here at the University of Manitoba starting to fill up there. Seas of yellow, and we have a mascot in attendance for Vincent Massey Brandon.
Yeah.
I don't really know what it is. He's got a sword. A Viking, I'm guessing.
It's a bit of an academic Viking, I think.
He's getting him fired up, though. That's good.
I was talking to Coach DeRue just as we were getting ready for the match, and was relieved to know that they brought a highway coach in, because it's always a little bit sketchy this time of year with roads. And you know, we've had lots of Brandon teams in these Final Four and provincial finals with this in basketball, so it's nice that they're taking good care of our students and their safety, as well as the coaches and the rest of the staff.
Absolutely, and here we go. Reimer again with the attack and the kill. 24-22 right now for Steinbach.
Turn on the service line, possible set point.
Anticipate a set to the left side here, I would think. But
good eye by McGregor.
Long, making it interesting.
Yeah. They're going to have to play it out and serve it out. So back on the service line, Ashley Sullivan. Tip ball, going back out to McGregor. Looking for the touch, none to be found. Jersey Hansen said, that's fine, we're in this, we're good. To her teammates, which they are. So first set goes to the Steinbach Sabres by a score of 25-23.
Well, a good first set in this match, the first of our Final Four matches here, Grant. We saw some good serving and some good outside hitting, I would say, for the most part. Early on, you know, set up some middle. They had some attacks there, so that was good to see as well. So a pretty clean first set, though. Sometimes, like we mentioned off the offset there, sometimes there's some few more errors we see just due to the big moment. But I don't think I would say that was really a part of a big factor in that first set. So we'll see how Vincent Massey responds. They're not number 1 in the province for nothing.
That's correct.
They're going to still bring a confidence with them and step out there and want to even this up 1-1 after this one. And on Steinbach's side, they're pretty happy with the first set win.
Absolutely. Yeah, coming in here at number 4, which again, they've been back and forth all year, so not uncommon territory, but yeah, it's nice to get that first set lead, absolutely. So as we mentioned at the outset of our coverage, we have a variety of information to share with you. Annually, there's a free press varsity girls volleyball top 10. To be honest, Cam, I'm not sure how the selection of that is. That's from a variety of coaches around the province, I believe.
Yeah, variety of coaches who vote, yep.
So I have that list for you. We'll start at number 10. We'll do the David Letterman top 10 here. So at 10 is Amani Igbobo, a left side from Dakota. Number 9 is Celestine Liu Asumua from W.C. Miller, a AAA school out of Altona. Nice to see. Number 8 is Delaney Groot, a left side out of Westwood. Number 7, Taylor Labossiere, a libero from College Jean Sauvé, who we'll see here in the next match. Number 6, Kayla Findley, a right side out of Westwood. Number 5, Kaylee Andre, who we're seeing here tonight, a middle player of Steinbach Regional. Number 4, we'll see her in the next match, Brooklyn Grob Prinz, a left side out of Lord Selkirk. Number 3, Anna Philippine Buller, a left side out of College Jean Sauvé. At number 2, Julia Martins, a setter out of Westgate. And your number 1 free press coaches poll top 10 at number 1, Jersey Hanson Young out of Vincent Massey Brandon. So congratulations to those 10.
Sometimes we see, Grant, that poll is really dominated by 1 or 2 teams. This year we've seen a little bit more of it spread out to a number of teams. Today in this particular match, if you're just joining in or kind of following along, Jersey Hanson Young, who we mentioned is the number 1 player on Massey Brandon. And on the Steinbach side, represented by number 5, Callie Andres as well, who is the number 5 in that same poll. So we have a couple of athletes involved in this match right now, and they're off to a good start here tonight.
And it'll be a little different story, but we'll save that secret for tomorrow night with the boys top 10.
That's right.
Massey had first serve for this set, and that one's out of bounds off the hand of Turin. So Hanson with the first point for the Sabres.
I don't know that we've seen that set selection yet. It was a good choice.
Yeah. Back
row C-ball. That same right side zone, but in the back row to Turin.
That one handcuffs the libero for the ace for Hanson Young.
She's a tricky serve. You know, you can see. I don't know if it comes through watching online, but with just this close, there's really no rotation on that ball, and it just drops.
Yeah, and that's where the difference, I think, comes in quite significantly playing here at the Investors Group compared to a school gym. Have a lot more air movement above the net here in U of M, and different from depending on which side of the net you're serving on. So,
yeah, lots of variables that change. Just behind the server, there's another 15, 20 feet that you're not used to.
And yeah, she said 2 where the bottoms dropped out, and Steinbach, you know. Natural progression would be, okay, you move your serve receive up, and they'll either have to take it with their hands, or we'll see how this plays out. Good swing there in the middle by Unruh. Started with the good pass by Friesen, the libero.
Yeah, excellent pass on that serve. As we said, challenging serve, but an excellent pass. So we're able to run middle, and that creates a lot more openings when you're perfectly in system.
Reimer serving. Good team call by Hanson. Tells the libero to leave that one, and it is out of bounds. And we have Sullivan on the back line to serve. Ashley Sullivan. Grade 11 student, so good aggressive serve. Good aggressive tip there by McGregor.
Well, Stefan with another nice shot from the outside. She's kind of smiling. I don't think she got all of the contact that she was looking for, but she'll take the kill.
The location was right, kind of hit that 4-5 seam. Back to serve, Madeline Hebert, serving specialist for the Steinbach Sabres.
That set might have been just a little bit
Yeah.
too far off of the net. Another great swing.
Almost got the touch off of
yeah.
a shoulder headshot there in the back row.
Yeah, she'll want to bring that set in just a little bit more. Let her McGregor lean into it.
Good pass by Hall, goes back door. Ball still in play.
A little bit of miscommunication.
Yeah. Net touch there. Vikings aren't sure, but our second official made the call. I'm going to guess it was.
Now, sometimes when you're running something different and they ran a step on that particular play where the middle player comes behind the setter, taking off on one foot, forces the block to have to move in a little bit different way they would want to, and a shoulder or an elbow brushes the net, which I think would happen there.
Good block set there by the Vikings, goes back. Libero free ball over. Ball goes back out to Steppen, off hands. McGregor plays that one to the outside. Zoe Price with the roll shot. Good solo block there by Kipling Black for the Vikings.
Now we saw a few more C balls by turning on for the Sabres. And a nice block on the Massey side. So Vincent Massey leading in this second set, 6-4. They'll be happy with that response.
Nice float serve there by Zoe Price. Block appeared to be set, but she managed to split that one with Steppen. So she continues to be effective in the front row.
Yeah, and they're talking about that block right now. Kipling Black and coaching staff trying to figure out how to make that stop, close that gap, and prevent that from scoring the next time.
Nice roll shot to the pool, as they say, by Hannah McGregor. So it's not about all power and rip. It's, you know, she saw the opening and just not quite high enough, and dropped that one into a net serve.
Yeah, we haven't seen too many of those.
No.
Tonight.
Jubilee Steppen back to serve. Good pass there by Hall.
Well, there we see the block by Callie Andre in the middle. Getting up high over the net. Not a lot of room to hit past that block.
No. That one well out.
Yeah, that one had a lot of movement on it. A lot of airtime.
That's Black with the serve. That's back-to-back service errors for the Vikings, so they'll want to clean that up. We're tied at 8 here in the second set. Callie Andre back to serve for the Sabres. Looking down line, but doesn't keep it in bounds, so exchanging missed serves at the moment. Something we haven't seen yet, so we're looking forward to Peyton Oden getting it back on track here. Good inside swing there by Hanson Young.
And there we see Oakton bringing that set a little bit tighter to the net, which is allowing left sides to be able to go up and hit that a little bit more. Jersey Hanson Young with that attack. You see a little bit more velocity when it's just a little closer to the net.
Vikings going to get a free ball here. Hanson Young takes this enough off because it was set off the net. Good call there by the lines person. Painted the line, but like my coloring cam, just outside the lines.
Just outside.
Great bump set there by Ogun for Jersey Hanson-Young to put that one away off the right side. So
yeah, and I think the serving did its job on that particular play. It put Vincent Massey out of system, setting from the back row, but able to power through that block a little bit.
Great adjustment by Hannah McGregor there. Ball was well outside the antenna. She adjusted on her takeoff and was able to make that outside in cut. Just enough to squeak it inside the block. McGregor goes deep 5 and scores.
Yeah, it's a good shot. They use all of the court, so especially that ball's a little bit off the net. She reached high and hit to the deepest part of the court, which is a kill.
So as we mentioned in between sets here with our Free Press Varsity Girls Top 10, I forgot to mention that a number of these players, it appears as though half of them have already committed to post-secondary institutions to play. So congratulations to Taylor Labossiere from College Jean Sauvé. She's made a commitment to go to U of W. Brooklyn Grob Prinz out of Lord Selkirk, who we'll see in the second semifinal. Last year she spent time with the Program of Excellence with Volleyball Canada in Richmond, BC, and she's committed to go to the University of Texas at San Antonio. Anna Philippin Bueller has made a commitment to the University of Winnipeg.
Yep.
Julia Martins from Westgate is going to University of Manitoba, and Jersey Hanson-Young, who we're watching this match, has also committed to playing here at the University of Manitoba next fall. So,
and I might be incorrect, but I believe Callie Andre as well is heading to the U of W.
Okay.
That's unconfirmed though.
Ogden with the good dig there by the libero off of McGregor.
Oh, great positioning on the Steinbach side there. Madeline Friesen was in exactly the right spot. Nice dig. Not quite able to convert on the outside attack, but still a good play overall.
Unraw continues. She's not overbearing in terms of height for a middle player, but she's certainly been effective going off hand. She's I would say she's probably got 5 kills tonight. So Hanson-Young with the hand pass. She gets the pipe ball. Turin with a C ball goes deep down the line.
Yeah, we've seen her, I think that would be about her 5th or 6th attempt from the back row, so she's going to find her groove on that attack. When you do have a back row attack, it opens up everything.
Oh,
it takes a lot of pressure off of the middle.
Yeah, especially when you get balls that are a little bit out of system. It gives the your setter just a little bit of freedom. Good joust there by 2 players. They can keep the ball alive. Hanson-Young with the roll shot, and it's effective.
That's a second roll shot we've seen from McGregor that has kind of fallen in the pot. It does surprise me a little bit what I've seen from this team throughout this season. They're in the same conference that I've watched a little bit more of this year, is they are typically covering that part a lot more. But as we saw already, you know, McGregor has a couple of different attacks in her arsenal, and she was dug twice deep, so it's pretty tough to start running in when you know you have a dynamic attacker coming at you like that.
Well, as you said earlier, Cam, with the power they have with Hanson-Young and McGregor on the outside, they're probably expecting good rips all the time and just sitting back a little bit, waiting for the ball and have a little bit more time to react.
That's right.
So kudos to the Vikings for adjusting their swings. Ball's kept alive. Hanson-Young manages to keep that one alive. It was a free ball, but nonetheless.
Finds a gap in the block there.
Steppen with another effective shot out of the right side, or left side, pardon me.
she's hitting with a lot of confidence, playing with a lot of confidence right now for good reason. She's doing a good job in both parts of the court, front and back court. And that kind of confidence is what leadership looks like in a game where you are the 4th-ranked team playing against the top-ranked team, and it gives when you play with that confidence, it gives those players around you that same level of confidence to be able to compete.
Hall gets up, or McGregor gets up after that one and powers that one through the block. Set by Voth and the middle.
Yeah, that's not a small block.
Nope.
Abigail Voth and Callie
Andre
out there.
Just a little off timing with the middle attacker there in Ogden. So we have our double sub coming into the game again is number 10, Leila Beckering. She'll go to front row. Number 11, Caitlin Kokut will go to the back row for the setter, just to get a little additional height in the front row, blocking for the Massey Vikings. Talk
over some of the little things that might be going on from a communication standpoint. Coach helping her out with that, and we'll see her back in there when they do the rotation.
Good tightrope there by McGregor to keep herself off the net in the center line infraction. Ends up with a Massey point, so they are up 17 serving 15 here in the second set, trailing 1 set. Boy, the bottom fell out of that one. Great reaction there by Friesen.
You can see that from up here. Well, we'll see here, Grant, if Steinbach can side out. If not, maybe a timeout on it coming up, but we'll able to side out in the middle with the 31.
Callie Andre there putting that ball away, so keeps them within 2. And the Massey away from that magical 20 point. Good call off there just to make sure who knew what was happening. Ball's kept alive. Pipe by Stefan, maybe not just high enough or too far in front of her.
Yeah, the pipe is a deceivingly hard attack to be successful at, pardon me. Especially when it's a good pass. It's actually a pretty tough set to make there, so maybe a little bit low, not able to quite execute.
Tough spot for, that was Reese Cowan coming in off the bench to serve. We've talked about that earlier. Andre back to serve for the Steinbach Sabres, 17 serving 19. Good pass there by Hall. Hanson Young gets that one just inside, is able to split the block for the point.
That was a great set there we saw for Jersey. Hanson Young, great distance from the net. She's able to lean into it.
So credit to Caitlin Kokut for able to come in and put that money on, or put that ball on the money for Hanson Young. Good job there by Kirsten Reimer.
Yeah, I think she knows what she has to do to be successful out there, and she's doing a great job of it. We've seen a number of attacks now from the left side from Reimer go off the block for Steinbach points.
Pass by McGregor there. Good deep shot. Ball's kept alive. It's free ball coming back to the Vikings. Jersey Hanson Young bounces that one down the line for the point. 21 serving 18 here. I'm enjoying the warm-up area for the Vikings. They got Ring Around the Rosie going when they're successful.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing this year. Yeah, yeah. We've seen that on a bunch of teams.
To me, that just speaks to how close the teams are, and everyone's celebrating everyone's success and trying to keep themselves in it. It's fun to see for sure.
They're having fun, yeah.
Yeah.
So Reimer with the attack for a point, and now back to serve.
Hall's doing a great job of passing right now.
That's a new run that we haven't seen here quite yet, the 62. So the set going behind the setter, a quick set.
So Zoe Price with the point there, forcing Kelly Drew to take the timeout. Pardon me, Amy Taves for the Steinbach Sabres.
Well, we talked about response after that first set, and here we see it. The Vincent Massey Vikings are up by a few points here in this second set, so no panic after the first set. They've found their groove there, running a couple of different kinds of sets, and they find themselves up by 3 points here in the second.
Yeah. It's early in the match. It's 22 serving 19 coming out of this timeout. Again, we've got maybe a third, maybe a half of the stands filled. We're hoping, as the evening goes on, it's always nice to play in front of a loud, raucous crowd for these players. So.
Yep.
We enjoy that you're joining us here on stream with LRSD.TV, but if you have the means to get down here to the Investor Group Athletic Center and join us live, we certainly wouldn't turn you away.
No. It's an exciting part of the season, Grant, for all of these players and their families and friends.
Yeah.
Things that stay with them for a lifetime. There's lots of different levels, but you can't quite match the excitement of high school sport.
No. Free ball to the Vikings. Ball goes back to Zoe Price.
Just catches the inside of the line there on that block.
I wasn't sure if it actually made it over or not, but the official decided it was, but it still landed in bounds. So Madeline Hebert back to do her job as the serving specialist for the Steinbach Sabres. Georgia Hall with another great pass. Gives you an idea of the pace on that ball when it's off the block and out the back door.
On a well-formed block. Again, that's a big block when you have Abigail Voth and I believe it's Callie Andre, in the front row. That's what she's known for too, is her blocking ability in front row play. So hit very hard to be able to go off out to the side from McGregor.
Voth with the save. Free ball pass, but it's outside the antenna. So possible set point here to tie things up at one set each here in the varsity girls semifinal number 1 of the provincial championships. Great serve there, just drops it over. The Vikings clean that one up on the overbump and earn themselves a 25-20 second set win. So very little at this point separating these two teams. The first set went 25-23 by way of the Sabres, and the second one 25-20 for the Vikings. So we're into it now, Cam.
Yeah, for sure. And I think in that first set too, Vincent Massey had a slow start. They had to make up a little bit of ground, and Steinbach, they did well. They came out and did their job as well. And that second set, few points this way and that way, a couple of miscommunications maybe, and that's the difference in that set, which is usually the case when you get to this part of the season. The differences between teams usually isn't not too great, and certainly, like we said, this year these teams have played each other. They know each other, and they're going to be 4 teams who all want to be playing again on Monday night.
Absolutely, and we don't have any stats being kept for us, but kind of the eyeball test would say that there's not very many glaring, errors or unforced errors on either side. So, we've seen some missed serves. Some have been into the net, which you prefer to have maybe a little bit more aggressive and just, out the back line as opposed to in the net. At least the other team has a decision to make. But nonetheless, neither team is, faltering because of too many unforced errors at this point.
No, we've seen some good defensive plays and some strong attacking from all positions at the net. Setters are doing a good job of distributing the ball. A little bit more back row in that second set on both sides. For sure on Steinbach's side, they set a little bit more of that seed ball to turn. We'll see if they make any adjustments on that end of things. Reimer continuing to attack off the block as well for Steinbach, and we've seen the McGregor put the ball away late in that set as well. A couple hard shots off a big block in front of them. So teams are playing well. They're playing volleyball, and that's they're going to be able to look back at it and know that they brought their best here tonight.
Absolutely.
We had mentioned earlier there, Grant, about LRSD TV and how it is student run. So it's an exciting program that has a huge value add to the high school season, and kind of part of the. You play your game here, you experience it live and in the moment, but it's fun to be able to go and watch afterwards and reference back, and families, people who are maybe not in the city here, able to watch it tonight, and on Monday night able to join in. And we've seen the evolution of LRSD TV over the years, from a small console that up on a table in a gym to the full suite here.
Well, and
it's excellent.
It's one of those kind of legacy things, if you will, out of COVID. Because as high school sports got started up out of COVID, we didn't want, extra traffic in schools. There were still the social distancing issues to deal with. But the division was able to set up all the schools with cameras to be able to stream their own games, and that continues today. So, for the South Central Athletic Conference, for any games that are hosted, in the St. Vital, St. Boniface area, those games are streamed, JV, varsity, as well as lots of other events in the division to keep the community engaged. Yeah,
it really is good. It used to be that the final, some years it was the Final Four as well, but for sure the final used to be one of the only, if not the only game that was televised for high school.
I still remember Hanson Young with a big bounce there to start the match, third set, pardon me. I remember doing, it was maybe an SCAC final in College Jean Sauvé, and I was commenting on, it was basketball actually, and I was commenting on one of the players having a conversation with the official, and at that time when I was working and training our high school kids for refereeing, this was a young lady that had taken the course. So I was just, commenting that, she's being respectful to the official, even though she's a player. I think she's just asking for clarification of a rule, which she's, more than allowed to do. And anyways, so her mom came up to me as we were doing the broadcast and, thanked us for doing the broadcast because her aunt and uncle or family members down in Wisconsin were watching the game. So, you never know how far these broadcasts go in terms of viewership, but that's just one little story that was nice to hear for family members to be able to watch.
Well, and to start this third set, we've seen 2 or 3 big attacks from both sides here. So this is starting off hard and heavy in the third set here from our outside attackers.
Zoe Price putting that one to the floor. So maybe just on that kind of vein of where people are watching this stream from, I believe there's probably a comment section on the YouTube. So if you wouldn't mind just dropping a line under the comment section as to where you're viewing from, I think it would be kind of interesting for those involved with the course to see how widespread this viewership is.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes they don't allow the commenting on. I'm not sure, but
and that may be good for you and I. We're only asking for where you're watching from, not on the.
Yeah, only positive reviews. That's all that happens online anyway, is it? Right?
Yeah, that's right. Good push there to the net for Voth.
Good run, set execution a bit off, but it was a good run.
Yeah.
Right idea.
Zoe Price finding her groove here in the third set. I'll get it right yet. Price back on the service line, 4-2 Vikings here in the third set, tied at 1 each. Good pass there. Good presence by McGregor. Just a little overzealous, gets called on the net touch.
Yeah. Abigail Voth, pretty good at handling those balls. She's got some height to her too, and she's pretty strong at when she's in the front row on a tight set. She doesn't often lose those battles.
Bump set back row to Hanson Young. She puts that one away. Good dig by McGregor. Hanson Young hustles. That ball called in.
Yep.
Good pass by Steppen. I think that may be the first hitting error we've seen out of Unruh in the front row.
In the front row, yeah. I think that she could see the block well formed in front of her and tried to hit it off the top of the hands. Not quite able to do so.
Little one-arm save there by Turin. Good swing there by Steppen. Off and through the block.
Solid shot, both right sides. Zoe Price. There we see Steppen in her when she's siding out is the left side on the right. Hitting down the line though, we've seen a lot of line shots.
Yeah. That was quite the one-arm save there.
You're not gonna
put that ball on the money.
Right in the zone. Yeah, absolutely. Kirsten Reimer finds her spot down the line, deep court again.
Keeps the Sabres within 2, 5 serving 7 with Jubilee Steppen on the line. Another one-arm save. Good swing there by Turin, off of hands and out of bounds. Again, block well formed, maybe just not penetrating the net like they'd like to see. Unable to corral that one. It's an ace for the Sabres, and we're tied at 7s here in this third set.
Yeah, good hard flat serve off of Steppen's hand. And to the other side pretty quick.
Georgia Hall with the pass. That one goes out to Hanson Young. She plants that one in the middle of the floor. Ashley Sullivan coming into the back row after being liberoed out in the back. Kipling Black to serve. Looking for a line shot, but heads up by the Sabres to let it go out. And once again, Madeline Hebert in to do her job from the service line for the Sabres. Tied at 8 here. So we're exchanging blows here in this third set. Tied at 8, tied at 1 set each. Good pass by Hall. And that's the first setter dump that we've seen. And certainly from Peyton Ogden, it's effective.
Yeah, that could be a tricky play, especially two hands, and at the last second turns and puts it into the pot on the Steinbach side.
Yeah.
Can't do it too often, but when you do pull that out unexpectedly, it's efficient, like we just saw.
That was a pretty effective bump set by Turin. Hanson Young comes inside on that attack. Can
see why it was a good second ball. We've seen a couple of plays on both sides. They're good second ball, high ball management like that. It makes a big difference.
You can see why Hanson Young was voted top player in the province. Can't imagine the volume of balls that she swung at this year.
Oh yeah, it would be a lot. That's for sure. And it's interesting too that you know, she's the #1 player this year, and last year she was not in the top 10. She was an honorable mention, so still a great player. Yeah. But you know, what a difference one season and all that experience can make.
Callie Andre and Kirsten Reimer with the big block there for the Sabres. Again, tied at 10 each. Good effective serve there. Sullivan with the putback. Off hands. McGregor keeps that one alive. Ogden goes to Hanson Young inside. Friesen with the dig. Pipe ball off hands to Jubilee Steppen.
There we see a good adjustment from the last pipe that we saw from Voth to Steppen in the back row. A little bit low, not quite where she wanted to be.
Yeah.
That last set, though, you can see the little adjustment made a big difference. Good run.
Great dig there by Friesen on that off-speed shot by Hanson Young. Hanson Young gets another swing at it, tries to roll it. Doesn't make enough to touch the block. Gets called for the 2 hits.
Yeah, going for that little beach shot. Not enough wind, though. And,
no.
Couldn't quite get there.
Kelly DeRue with the timeout. That's her first of this set. Again, shout out to the sponsors for these Manitoba High School Athletic Association Volleyball Provincials. Boston Pizza, Dairy Farmers, Manitoba Credit Unions, Manitoba Hydro, Payworks, Huddle, Sport Manitoba, Lucius Orange, and Macassa. Thanks to each and every one of you, and I know, you know, many of those have been around for an awful long time, Cam.
Yeah,
so,
that's right, Gret. I was talking to Greg Jarvis there before the game started, and I think he said it was 25 years for Boston Pizza.
That's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, we're very thankful to have those sponsors. A lot goes into this night, and the support is very well appreciated, and it's felt by the players and by the coaches.
I remember years ago when I was, you know, teaching at a high school, and we had a local Boston Pizza, and talked to the owner, and he would sponsor our tournaments and events at the high school I was at, and you know, I was just overwhelmed at his graciousness, and was commenting. He goes, "Grant," he goes, "we're a community restaurant." He says, "I know we'll get it back."
Yeah, and I have similar experiences from coaching at Jean Sauvé when we got to this stage. You know, we got to know the people involved as well. It was exciting.
Yeah. Price with the roll shot, dug up by Turin. Comes out to Unruh. She goes deep and paints the line in the back row. Or Reimer, pardon me, Kirsten Reimer.
Yeah, good job coming out of that timeout there with Sydney Turin with a good hard flat serve to put him in trouble, and Reimer being able to cap it off with that deep shot to 5. Shouldn't have said anything though.
No, that's
Sorry, Sydney.
That's the announcer jinx right there, folks.
Yeah.
That's Cam Johnson, CAM.
Yeah.
And Hanson Young back to serve, 11 serving 13 here in the third set, tied up at 1 each. Good combination there. Ball's out to McGregor. Little roll shot. She's showing her mixed bag of tricks.
Yep.
Short rolls, deep roll to the pot. Can go up and hit it with power.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier. Once you've had a couple of heavy shots from the outside, it opens up some of the shorter game as well. So there we see another
Hanson Young with the ace.
serve.
And tied at 13, so we continue to go back and forth, exchanging leads. Good patience there, just to allow the ball to come to her, with Sullivan in the middle. Little miss hit there by McGregor.
Yeah, it looked like she kind of rotated on that ball a little bit, and maybe that caused it to miss contact.
And on those ones, she's just like a goldfish. She short memory.
Yeah.
He gets back into the next
Lots
rotation.
of reasons to keep the confidence up.
Oh, good adjustment there. Ooh.
It might not be how she drew it up.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's in the
sure
coaching
she'll
handbook,
take it.
but of technique. But Jubilee Steppen continues to score for the Sabres.
Yeah.
And we have a free ball coming to the Sabres. Friesen takes that. Gives that one to our middle. That's Callie Andre, puts that one away.
Yeah, good play to get that past the block. We've seen a few of those tips and rolls score there now, so we'll see if that gets cleaned up a little bit. But finding ways to score, both teams at the net.
A little scrambly here, see if the Sabres can take advantage of the free ball. Jubilee Steppen goes up, hits that one hard and high, off the hands of Georgia Hall in the back row, out of bounds. Kirsten
Reimer up here is doing a good job. They're putting Vincent Massey on their heels. She's been causing some trouble for the serve reception. Does it again there, so free ball back to Steinbach, and Steppen gets another swing.
On a bit of a step to Callie Andre, off the block, out of bounds.
Just
so
out, yeah.
That's our first step that we've seen. Well, we've seen it, the hitter go that way, but that's the first one that's been set. So 18 serving 13 here with Kirsten Reimer on the service line. Good hard serve. Ogden keeps that going. Good bump serve. McGregor powers that one. Friesen unsure of how much room she had before the bench.
Yeah, she looked at her coaches and said, "My fault. I should have gone with two hands." I think, like you say, she thought she was going to be in her coach's lap maybe a little bit sooner than what she was. So a good serving run there by Kirsten Reimer for Steinbach. Ashley Sullivan's going to try and get things going for her side here.
Good dig there by Hanson Young. Oh, Jubilee Steppen with the bounce.
Yeah, that's the biggest attack that we've seen from the night. They're celebrating together. Look at the faces.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I think she surprised herself about it on there too.
Yeah, that one, she hit the sweet spot on that one.
Oh, hey, look what's inside there. So now it'll be interesting to see the next time she gets set what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so second time out taken by Coach Kelly DeRue, down 5, 14-19 here in the third set. So
yeah, I don't think we've seen this gap in score since the beginning of the first set. So we'll see how.
And that was early. So yeah, it's been typically back and forth. So the key for the Sabres will be coming out of this timeout, and you still want to be aggressive with the serve, but you want to make sure the serve's in. And
yeah, and look at them right now, just the body language, very positive.
Yeah.
They're excited. They're happy. Why not? And why not, right? They're big play like that. They're up by 5 points.
Yeah.
Massey's probably a little bit frustrated about the situation they're in, but knows that they have what it takes to get out of it. They have the tools on that side of the court. They know they have the attacking.
Yeah, that last bounce shot by Steppen for the kill got the crowd on both sides excited. We've got the purple and white on one side, the Viking fans, and we've got the black and gold of the Sabres. Hall with a good pass out to McGregor. That's probably a good choice. Off hands, out of bounds. We've got Zoe Price back on the service line here for the Vikings.
Yeah, McGregor's saying, "I saw your attack. I'll give you one right back."
Yeah. Good pass there by Kirsten Reimer. Oh, first attempted dump by Voss.
Yeah, not quite there.
No. Just far enough off the net. She was drifting backwards. That was a tough one. Steppen with the down ball and into the net.
You know, a big part of success in volleyball now is just what you do with those passes when they're a meter off of the attack line, when they're in the middle of the court, and how you manage those types of balls.
Yeah.
You know, see teams that are, when they're in that 40-50% success when they're in the middle of the court, those are teams that win. You know, and that's you know, certainly you want to practice, and from a perfect situation, you know, we see it all the time, balls to the setter in the middle part of the court. But most of volleyball, a lot of volleyball is played around the attack line or further back, especially when you're in a big environment like this with some good servers like we're seeing tonight. So a lot of the continued success, or those extra points that you want to turn, do come from what you do with a dig or a pass that's not a perfect pass. And so you see an example there of that not quite going the way that they would want them to do.
And as you say that, and I know you appreciate it, because if I'm correct, you were a setter, Cam?
No, unless you're going way back to grade 8.
Well, there you go. But just the
passer,
the work that these setters and the amount of court that they cover over a set in a match is really incredible. And then they're thinking, okay, who do I have in the front row? What's the block set up on the other side? Who am I setting? Where am I setting them? Off hands there, kept in play. Oh, there's the dump, kept alive by the pancake, or attempted pancake, but it did hit the floor. So that's the second score by Peyton Oakton. Zoe Price continues to serve, 18 serving 19.
Yeah, we see a very quick shift in the score here out of those timeouts.
Has done a good job keeping the ball aggressive on the serve. Another sweet spot for Steppen.
Yeah.
She's bounced a few at different spots on the floor, so here forcing Coach Giroux with her double block, or double sub to come in.
For sure.
And coming in for the front row is Lila Beckering, a little bit of height, you know.
Well, and those are the kind of plays that you make as a player, and you start to feel it.
Yeah.
And you can see that Jubilee Steppen is definitely getting into her zone, playing with tons of confidence.
Off-speed shot by Hanson Young into the back row. That ball is kept alive. 4 hits called with assistance from
I don't think that the
second official.
That's right. I don't think the head official saw it right away, although I do think the 4 hits call is the correct call. There wasn't much of a reaction when it wasn't originally called. So.
No, it didn't hit the tape, but didn't hit the block. So. McGregor serve out the back, giving the Sabres a 21-19 lead with Jubilee Steppen on the service line. Pass by McGregor. She gets the back row attack, and she rolls that one.
Now showing that little chop shot right over the block in the middle of the court. Again, she's
as some would say, a cheeky little shot by Hannah McGregor. 20 serving 21. Kipling Black on the service line.
Looked like that toss was not the one that she needed there.
No.
She was quite a ways back behind that service line, so I'm sure she would like to get that one back. She'll get another chance.
So we've got Callie Andre into the front row and Madeline Hebert in to serve for the Sabres. And exchanging service errors, so we are 21 serving 22 now, with the substitutes coming back in and Peyton Oakton going back to the service line.
Yeah, this is where these break points are very important. You don't get too many chances when it's at this stage of the set. You want to try and score as much as you can on these break point opportunities, so we'll see what Vincent Massey can do here.
Friesen passes that ball, goes to Callie Andre in the middle.
Nice
she cuts that one back to one over her shoulder. Great attack.
That all starts with a Madeline Friesen pass perfectly where the setter needs it, and Voth going to her middle and able to score.
23 serving 21. Turin back to serve. Little off-speed float. Off hands, McGregor with the dig. Comes back to Hanson Young down the line. That ball's dug. Kirsten Reimer continues to find the open spots.
Good patience. She had 2 shots at that and knew she wasn't going to be able to necessarily score directly on her first attempt.
Yeah.
Puts them in trouble, recycles it, and comes back a second time with a little bit more velocity on that second swing.
Possible set point here. McGregor with the pass. Goes all the way out to Zoe Price. Ogun with the dump, but that's kept alive. Kirsten kept alive. Hanson Young with the set, tipped over. And Voff with the dump. Successful this time, so she's 50% on her attack tonight.
Yeah, we had a bit more of a short game there in that in the last couple points. Lots of tips and rolls, but that net play leads to a Steinbach win.
So they go up 2-1 with a 25-21 win in that third set. So teams will retreat to their benches and catch some breath and some advice from their coach and get ready for set 4 here in semifinal number 1 of the Varsity Girls Provincial 4A Championships. Our second semifinal will be the number 2 ranked Lord Selkirk Royals taking on the number 3 ranked College Jean Sauvé Olympians. And like we said earlier, none of these teams are strangers to each other. They've seen each other over the course of this volleyball season, over the course of different combinations with some of the players on different teams here tonight, playing together in the club system. So really no secrets at this time of the year.
No, none at all. So they've seen each other in a bunch of tournaments, in Selkirk tournament, St. Vital as well, Vincent Massey, a couple of other tournaments that Steinbach, Selkirk, CGS may not have been in so much, but certainly that's the St. Vital and Selkirk tournaments where they met up. And the way these go, the pool plays go in those tournaments too. You know, you line up with this team or that team, and then you find yourself playing for 4th or 5th, and that's what's happened a lot this year.
Yeah.
These teams, all 4 are very good, and anyone on any one of these 4 teams would be the first to tell you that they, you know, anybody can win, anybody can take this. This isn't a year of a clear-cut number 1, and everyone else is trying to follow, or 2 or 3 or 4. You know, like this.
That's right.
This is a good crew this year that has a lot of experience, and like I said, experience in this exact situation. These grade 11s who are 12s this year have all been here. They've all seen this, and so there's reason for confidence. And I mean, we see it now. If you're Vincent Massey, they're probably, I'm wondering how they're feeling. You know, if you're a coach going in there, just remind them of their jobs, remind them that they deserve to be here. Now let's go do it. And on the Steinbach side of things, you know, reason for confidence. You're up 2-1, and players like Jubilee Steppen, who is in her last 3 attacks, put a hole in the court here. You know, it's going to be fun to watch that confidence grow on that side as Vincent Massey tries to respond and take some of that confidence away and bring it over to the other side of the net.
And I would say that, you know, that attack where she bounced that one down the line certainly carried them and the momentum through to win that third set. So, but first attack with the serve is the Vincent Massey Vikings with Jersey Hanson Young back on the service line. Here we go, folks. We're underway again.
Timing just off there a little bit, forcing Andre to have to tip the ball. Probably not quite as high as she wanted to get it. So
Hannah McGregor sitting all over that one for the solo block. A little harder serve by Jersey Young there, or Hanson Young. And Kirsten Reimer continues to be effective on the outside for the Sabres.
Yeah, I like the way that Reimer is playing here. She's playing within herself and cutting it off the block, taking her shots when she has them, being patient when she needs a little bit of a different situation. So she's really efficient tonight.
Lots of tools in the toolkit for her. Deep down the line by
Price. We see that line shot again.
Yep. That's not an easy shot. They make it look easy. And Jubilee Steppen turns that one down the line off the hands out of bounds.
Yeah, that one you could see she turned and hit off the block and was successful. Well, and she continues to put pressure on Georgia Hall as well. When you're that middle passer, you're covering a lot of court, and Reimer has done a good job tonight of putting that in a conflict zone on either side of her and really forcing her to handle a tough serve, which she does right there. A little better timing set on that play to Callie in the middle.
Vikings called for net violation.
A net call, that's right, yeah.
And so Kirsten Reimer back on the service line. 2 hitters up front for Steinbach. 3 for the Vikings. And they go pipe with Hanson Young, and she scores back deep 5.
Yeah, a nice smooth approach there. That was she's hit a number of pipes here tonight, but that one in particular looked quite smooth.
Andre with the roll shot. Tight ball by Madeline or Kipling Black to play that, and got called on the net touch. So 5 serving 2, Sabres with the early lead here in set number 4. Up 2 sets to 1. Callie Andre with the serve. Stepping off hands, ball's kept in play, out to McGregor. Another cheeky roll shot, looked to be alive off the pancake, but unsuccessful there for turn.
McGregor continuing to do a good job of really keeping the defense on their toes.
Yeah. Unforced error there by Zoe Price with the ball into the net on the serve. Back to serve is the setter. Abigail Voth. Pass by Hanson Young, out to McGregor. First contact, so ball continues.
Little sticky, but we're playing.
Yeah. Nice put back there by number 5, Kipling Black. Stayed with the play, got her hands up, and wrapped her hands around that one for the putback. Another good block by Kipling Black. Ball's going to come out here to Hanson Young. She goes cross court. Good dig there by Friesen. Turn with the cross court. Hall digs that one back to Hanson Young and turns that one down the line, had a gap and scores deep 1. And Ring Around the Rosie is alive and well with the Vikings in the corner here.
Yeah, there it is. Friesen has done a good job of reading on the outside, Hanson Young on the outside, and covering that deep shot to 5, forcing Hanson Young to take a different approach to it, and she was able to hit that last one down the line, but Steinbach's libero, Friesen doing a good job.
Well set block there, tight on the net for Unruh, so not a lot of room to move it around over an oversized block. Hanson Young with a good rip with the ball off the net. Turn reciprocates. A little dump there by Ogden. Ball's kept alive there by McGregor. Comes back out to Hanson Young. Tight ball, she tips. Dug by Turin. Free ball come to the Vikings. Turns that one inside short.
Good vision.
Yeah.
Good vision by Hanson Young on there. We've seen a couple of different shots now. We saw shots to the cross-court side, down the line, and that one there a sharper cross-court.
I'm tired watching that exchange. That was a longer rally than we've had tonight. And Turin says, I can go cross-court too with a little assistance
I'm
off.
do the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Jubilee stepping back on the service line, tied at 7 here in the 4th set. Hard serve. Unruh tries to clean that one up. Ooh, little mistiming on both sides. We'll see if we can get that sorted out. Turin says, thank you very much. I'll score off hands down line.
I'm not sure how visible it is on the broadcast at home, but when you are live and in person, you get a real sense of just how flat these serves are.
Oh,
and how quickly they're coming off the server's hand and then being forced to pass, or how deep, like in that case there.
Yeah. Well, the vast majority are crossing the net below the height of the antenna, so
yeah,
not a lot of room to react by the receiving team. Hanson Young off the hands of Unruh, unable to close the block and gets the score. Into the game for the Vikings is number 9. This is Reese Cowan back to serve. A little better result than her first time around, so that's good to see for her. Roll shot. She digs that one up. Hanson Young, hard off hands. Great attempt by the Sabres to keep it alive, but unable to corral it.
Second attempts there, second efforts at the ball.
Reese Cowan continuing to serve. Jubilee Steppen goes deep, 5 to score off that pipe ball.
Good location, good extension from Jubilee. Steppen on that pipe.
Madeline Hebert in to serve for the Sabres. Tied at 9.
Oh, another serve that like we've been saying, that doesn't come off her hand looking like it's going to be anything too dangerous until it goes mid-court and then it just dives. So that was a great serve.
Yeah, the old drop ball. Another one that was, I think, intentionally short, but boy, it just got to the net and then the bottom fell out again.
Yeah, that time there she took the mechanics of a good serve, but added some tactics of serving it short to 2 there. So she's doing her job as she comes in.
Yeah. Cowan subbed out for Kipling Black, and then the libero Georgia Hall is in. Good pass there by McGregor. Hanson Young puts that one away. Gets him back to within 1. Olivia Unruh back into the game. Madeline Hebert coming out. Her service job is done for now.
Good contribution by Hebert there. Yep. Three good serves, 2 of which led to points directly, so great job.
Good pass by Steppen. Callie Andre with a swing off of hands for the kill.
Well, there it just reinforces the importance of good passing right off the hop when you have a front row like Brandon has with the height. When you're in system and allowing your middles to be active like that, makes a big difference.
Good reach there by Sullivan to get that one back over. And again, kept that one in play. Little step for Callie Andre. She finds the hole, cross court and 1.
Yeah, good location.
Yeah.
So getting to that critical part of the set here, there's still time, no doubt, for Vincent Massey, but Steinbach playing pretty smooth and
yeah. That's CAM.
As they serve the net, yeah.
Yes, Jersey Hanson Young, the captain, back to serve. Friesen with the good pass. Off hands. And McGregor Great combo there with Abigail Voth and Callie Andre in the middle.
Yeah, Reimer came in and dug that ball short, so she was not much going to be much of an option on the left side. And Abigail Voth doing a good job recognizing that and bending down, waiting, giving herself a bit more time to be able to set the middle, and Andre making good at that point.
Good reaction there by Georgia Hall, but
yeah, just clips her. Kirsten Reimer has been on her case. Has been every time she's gone back to serve, she has either got an ace or you know, a one pass out of that. So she's doing a good job at the service line.
So that's our first time out here of the fourth set, called by Coach Drew of the Vincent Massey Vikings. You know, when they come back in, they're down 11-15, so they'll be looking to get a side out off of this first exchange coming out of the timeout to close it within 3 and then get to work on the service line.
Yeah, we've seen how many times have we seen where teams coming out of the timeout and then all of a sudden that score changes real quick. So, and you know, as a top team, you know that's in you. It's within your group. You can create change out here. But at 15-11, that's something you want to get started on right away.
Yeah.
Right at the urgency is there, and on Steinbach's side, the excitement of the moment, you want to keep that under in check, but also play with that confidence. They're smiling, they're loose right now, and they're playing free, and that can go a long way. So Vincent Massey's got to make this first pass as best they can and instill a little bit of doubt on that Steinbach side, and then take advantage if they can. So let's see how this plays out as Kirsten Reimer goes back to serve.
And
that time it's
Georgia
out.
Hall makes up for you know, that one the last time around where it just touched her, and she good communication with her teammates. That lets that one go out of bounds. So there's that break that we were talking about. Big solo block. You could just see her right hand turn that one in with Zoe Price with the solo on the outside.
Yeah, one-on-one block there, and that's a Vincent Massey point. So 15-13, down by 2.
That was
good
a
serve
tight
and
line.
Good pass.
And Jubilee steps up and pounds another one. Again, started with a great pass by Friesen off that serve.
It did. She had to move quite a bit to her left for that one, and she was able to do so. Off the hands.
Good shot. Good
Zoe Price. Yeah.
Good set selection. I think everyone was keying on McGregor on the outside. And
it was, yeah.
You know, good back set there by Peyton Oaken. Good aggressive flat serve by Price. Miscommunication there, and we're within 1. Zoe Price on the service line, 15 serving 16 here in the fourth set. Steinbach Sabres up 2-1. Looking for that you know, short serve off of position 2, unfortunate. Didn't roll it over the tape. So the Massey going with their double sub to get a little more height in the front row with number 10, Lila Beckering, and number 11, Caitlin Kokut, becoming the setter out of the back row. Gives them 3 attackers,
3 attackers as well, yeah.
Nice off-speed cut shot.
Four attackers if you got the back row in the mix there as well.
Just great body control. You know, leaning a little bit left, an inside-out swing, cuts that one off speed. Good pass by Friesen out to.
Misfire in the set there a little bit by Voth, and that results in a Vincent Massey point. So we're all tied up.
Lila Beckering gets her name on the gets her number on the stat sheet after that block.
Gotta get your name on there.
There we go. It's official. She's into it now. And we're tied at 17, forcing Coach Amy Tays from the Steinbach Sabres to call her first timeout. Each team having 1 remaining.
A little bit more bounce in their step there on the Vincent Massey side now. So playing with confidence, like we said at the last time out. And now it's going to be Steinbach's turn to respond and see what they can bring.
Yeah, very
after this timeout.
but, you know, looking at both timeouts, very positive body language, right? They're all tuned into what their coaches are saying, so they're into it. We have the assistant coach, can't overhear him, but he's addressing the team, so looking at some tendencies as to what rotation the Sabres are in, and you know, giving them a heads up as to maybe how to play this next exchange.
That's a good point. Yeah, when you talk about tendencies, sometimes that's for those that maybe haven't played as much, or you're just tuning in and watching, and as a fan, but maybe not as much of a player. There is a lot of information that goes into planning where you're blocking, who you're setting, where are we serving at. You know, it's not all just random, right? There's lots of stuff behind that, behind the scenes, and we saw a little bit of it in that timeout.
Yeah, what do they like to hit off broken plays, depending on this rotation? You know, times of the game.
Yeah, all that matters, and we see McGregor go back to serve. She appears to be serving on purpose that position. Well, I was going to say 6-1, but more that
5-6 team with Reimer and Friesen right now.
Yeah, which is a switch. When she earlier in the match, she was serving more to 1.
Yeah.
Different look on the other side. Get some information. We'll see where she goes this time.
Yeah, still in that seam. Tough ball. Good play there by Caitlin Coquette to keep that ball alive. Kirsten Reimer with the pipe ball. Interesting exchange right now. Georgia Hall with a good pass. Still up in the air. Back out to Hanson Young. Why wouldn't you? And she scores.
Takes a little bit off of it there and is able to score.
So subs coming in for the Sabres coming into the game is number 6, Acacia Brown. This is her first appearance in the match for Kirsten.
So they're going to give the passing rotation a little bit of a different look. Have McGregor think about it for a bit. And she waves as the floor captain.
We'll see if Hannah McGregor goes after, and she does. And
Responds
she passes
well,
one on the money.
Pass.
Yeah.
Good second effort
did her
there.
job coming off the bench.
Yeah, she really did.
Great pass.
Yeah. And sometimes that's all it takes, just a different look, different feel. Reimer back out.
Yeah.
High fives and smiles. So 2018, Steinbach's down by 2 now.
Yeah. We've got Jubilee Steppen on the service line. Good hard serve taken by Georgia Hall. We go back row to McGregor. Interesting free ball. All the way out to Kirsten Reimer. Keeps that ball alive. Back out to Hanson Young for the tip and scores. Again, the vision these kids have, right?
Yeah, very good. And both liberos, Madeline Friesen on the Steinbach side and Georgia Hall on Brandon, played roles in that sequence. They both had good digs coming out of the back row. Sometimes the liberos don't get all the airtime that they deserve. So
right.
Make sure to point that out. Both are good movement and able to extend those rallies for their teams.
Second and last time out taken there by Coach Amy Tays of the Steinbach Sabres. They're trailing by 3 here in the 4th set, 18-21. Trying to remember, you mentioned the job liberos do, and I'm trying. You'll know the name. Who is the libero for the Jean Sauvé Olympians? Not when they won the provincials. Not this last time around, which was
on the men's side.
Yeah, no, on the women's side.
Oh, I'd have to remember.
They've had a couple good ones. I know that. One she's playing with the Bisons right now. It wasn't her; it was her predecessor as the libero, and it was just like lights
Julia
out.
Arnold
Julia Arnold is spectacular.
Yeah, she was the left side on that CGS team.
Yeah, that's right.
And she's playing, playing
libero at
here at the university and having a good season.
Absolutely.
Along with Katrina Bentley, also from
Sauvé. Yeah, I just remember that provincial final. It was the two liberos, and absolutely put on a show.
Could be Jenna Campbell. She was a.
Yes, that's who it was.
She was a libero. Wow,
Yeah.
I had to go deep there. Maybe
Ball's
she's
kept
listening.
alive.
A little shout out to Jenna if you're listening.
Yeah. Good call off there by Jubilee Steppen, because Turin was ready to play that, but it was out of bounds. So
that's an important play there. There's a big difference.
Oh, yes.
22-18 and 21-19.
yeah, because then you're just siding out, and pretty much the match is,
Yeah.
or the set's done, not the match. So Madeline Hebert coming in. She's been very effective coming in.
You know,
off
we
the
saw
bench to
her
serve.
serve 3 times their last time in there.
Yeah.
2 of them for points. So we'll see how that how she's able to do this time.
Yeah, Coach Taves will be hoping she keeps her magic alive.
Reimer with a good dig.
Good joust there by Callie Andre.
As advertised, good net presence.
Yes, absolutely. And we're within 20 serving 21 here in the 4th set.
In that free press poll, Callie is described as a terrific blocker and a strong middle attacker, and we saw it there.
Yeah. Hanson Young with the tip.
Just outside the antenna,
Wow.
but able to save it.
Wow, what a save. And look at that, Kirsten Unraw. She may have the best kill percentage on the floor tonight.
21-21, so
Yeah.
again, that big coming off of the bench as the serving sub.
Yeah.
For Steinbach doing a great job.
So both teams have exhausted their timeouts here in this 4th set. You can see over in the far corner both the Lord Selkirk Royals and the College Jean Sauvé Olympians. They're eagerly anticipating this match being over so they can get started in their 2nd semifinal here.
I remember being in that situation, coaching at Jean Sauvé a while ago, and being that second game and sitting there waiting and watching the guys, especially those grade 11 players, and looking up at one of the guys in the team and asking him, "Hey, how you doing?" And he looked at me and just said, like, "I am so nervous." And it, went out, played well. He was a grade 11 player, like I said.
Yeah.
Back the next year, same situation. How you feeling? He said, "I'm nervous, but this is awesome."
Yeah.
He knew exactly how it goes.
I remember when our daughter was playing at U of C, and there would be once in a while they would play the second match. Drove her bonkers.
Yeah,
you know, because the women are always, because it's a set time. They can set their day, like a Swiss watch. But when they play that second set, it's kudos to men's matches all over the country that have to play that second one. You never know.
Yeah, I think we rotate a little bit now, but you're right. That game could end on time, or it could be a whole other hour, hour and 15. So you're warming up 3-4 times.
Yeah. Or you have the world's longest warm up.
Yeah.
Because the first match goes 3-0. Again, Kirsten Unraw.
She is cutting and carving off the block.
Oh,
Does a big job for her team there. So 22 all. We're going back and forth.
The occasion is not too big for her tonight.
No.
Exceptional performance. Wish we had a stat trackers. It would be impressive to watch. That ball may have been out, but Georgia Hall with a pass on the money. Unbelievable. There. Ball's off hands. Oh, Hanson Young.
On the net.
And she knows it.
She knew number 7 on that.
Yeah, a little bit of scrambly play, but
well, we're watching in these last points of this set here, the urgency, you just feel it in the gym, has just picked up.
Absolutely. Turin to serve. Georgia Hall with a good pass. She's going to go out to Zoe Price, goes high off hands. Friesen digs that, comes out to Kirsten Unraw. Georgia Hall.
Good shot by Hanson Young there, and a couple of good digs by Georgia Hall to give that opportunity for her team.
Jersey Hanson Young demonstrating why she was probably voted number 1. She's, puts the ball away when her team needs it.
Ooh, good fix there. A little bit of a tight set, and just because of the action that Callie Andre put on there, created a net call, So possible set
Possible match.
and match point here.
Match point. Hall with the great pass. Where's she going? Out to McGregor. I'd go there too.
Yeah. McGregor says not so fast.
Yeah.
Here's 24 all.
Exactly. We're into overtime, folks. We got to win by 2. No cap. No, this is what we call digging deep here. Unraw with a good pass all the way out to Jubilee Steppen.
Yeah, and that
Get called on the carry, or 2 hits.
she went after it though.
Yeah.
She swung hard at the ball, but now they're on their heels and will have to be successful in their side out attempt to keep this set going.
Yeah, this is to keep the match alive.
Oh, and let off the hook there, so 25 all.
Yeah. Unraw back into the front row. Ball goes to Georgia Hall.
Yeah,
good
pass
pass there. Goes back to Zoe Price. It's out of bounds.
So is it just long?
Yeah.
Nice swing though. Good pass,
Yep.
good set, good hit. Really, that's it's only an error on the stat sheet, really, but that was a good play overall.
Absolutely. Callie Andre with a possible match serve.
The moment might have got there, as we've seen in the last couple
Yeah,
serves.
just her expression goes, how could I do that? Won't be the first or the last, Callie. We're tied up here at 26. Zoe Price to serve. Forces Kirsten Reimer to go back.
Nice serve there. And
Yeah,
they're going to get
down
a
ball. They're going to get a ball to attack here, going out to McGregor on the outside. Looking for the tip, just too far off the net for her to have a good swing at. Pushes that one hard down the line. Reimer with the dig. Ball in, deep on the line. Good call by the lines person. Painted that one.
Yep. I think they were wanting it out and willing
Yes.
it out, but it found
And
the back of the
no.
line there. So up by 1 again.
Hoping, willing, but no avail. To no avail. Possible match with Abigail Voth. She's got 3 hitters up front if the ball comes back.
You know where this one's going, outside to McGregor.
Wow.
For the match here. Not quite.
That's the first ball that Hannah's had in the last 3 attempts to really take a rip at it, and she puts it to the floor, so earns her a spot on the service line. Hanson Young now in the front row. 2 hitters up for Massey, 3 for the Sabres. That ball serves out. Again, this is where you hope you're part goldfish and just hit the delete button quick.
No choice. It's kind of just part of things. It's
Yeah.
just the way it goes.
Sabres, possible match point.
Tough serve to position 1 outside, though.
Hanson Young off hands. We're tied at 28.
You can feel the tension in the stands, too. You just as we're
the air's got heavier.
And we're sitting across, and we see all the friends, family, parents, and you can just see them as the serve goes from one side to the next.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is where I'm glad I'm done as a parent, watching my kids play.
Hey, I got that coming up.
Yeah. Kirsten Reimer, what a dig there.
Nice job in the back row.
Yep. Ooh, yeah.
You're going to get a second attempt at it.
Yeah. Big block there by Hanson Young and Ashley Sullivan.
Advantage shifts there. It turns now to Vincent Massey, who have it.
Yeah, we've
29-28.
We've got Reese Kokut into the game. Continues to serve. A little out of system ball, so we'll see what the Vikings can do.
Tight set.
And a dump. Ball's back into play. It's coming out to Hanson Young. Off hands. And that's why the #1 player gets the ball. And we're tied at 2. We're going to a 5th and deciding set here, folks. Stay tuned. The 5th set here will be to 15. Again, no cap, but it'll be, this is like NASCAR. It's quick and dirty on this one.
Was there any doubt we were going to go to 5?
Well, I don't think so.
I think we go to 5 every year, don't
yeah.
we? Yeah.
I'm not like you. I don't have to set an alarm clock in the morning, Cam.
Oh, yes. Good for you.
Yeah. No, this is exciting. Again, this is what these student athletes have worked so hard for. You can see the smiles. We got Captain Kirsten Reimer and Jersey Hanson Young at the net for the toss to decide who's serving here in the 5th and deciding set. And, you know, great positive body language, smiling. They're ready to go.
Yeah. Well, you wonder how sometimes, you know, these can be tough situations. When you are up in a set, you have opportunities to close it out, and you fall a little bit short. Steinbach's played a great match.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it on paper, 1 versus 4, and you're going into 5. I mean, that's a great night. They're not done. They don't want to be finished. They want to go play on Monday night. You know, you did have opportunities to be able to seal the deal there and fall just a bit short, and you got to get back on there and 0-0, like you said, just play and enjoy the moment.
Yeah.
On the Vincent Massey side, they're a bit of a scare for sure, but now they're confident. We're in a 5th set.
They battle
like
back, so
one.
you know, that little bit of momentum to close out that 4th set. You know, so
I would like to have a mic in the timeouts, because I always find the narratives of these moments kind of fun as a coach.
Yeah.
You can create any narrative or story you want. There's reasons on both sides to be coming in with lots of confidence here. So
well, and as we both know, there's some coaches that will, you know, completely, you know, not go off the rail, but they'll completely go off, and it's nothing about volleyball. They'll try to have a joke or a funny anecdote in their back pocket just to kind of let everyone's shoulders drop and take a breath and, you know, kind of relax a little bit. So.
Well, and that's what I've liked. You know, when you look in the timeouts, you look at both sides, coaches, players. They're all engaged. They're with each other.
Yeah.
You know, they both look solid. This is going to be a good 5th set.
Absolutely. If I read the body language coming out of that coin toss, I believe.
You don't know what to believe.
Well, I thought it was
Vincent
the
Massey
Vikings.
serving. I think so.
But
yeah,
they've changed the rotation, because typically it would be Hanson Young as first server. So I could be wrong here.
But I think
it is. They've changed their rotation. So this is interesting development.
Yeah, I think they're looking at a short set. Let's put her in position 4 right off the hop in the front row as much as she can, and see where the chips shall fall.
Pass there by Steppen. Inside, short shot cross court to Hanson Young. Oh, now we got the can going by the Viking warm-up team.
Good serve.
Bottom dropped out. They kept that alive. Kirsten Reimer. Hannah McGregor tracks that one down. Free ball over. Nice set there by Abigail Voth. Off hands. Callie Andre keeps that one alive. Back row attack by Turin. Georgia Hall with the big dig. And dump. Good read there by Friesen. Roll shot. Hanson Young. Good single block there by Callie Andre. Tied it up at 1. So again, for those watching that may not be familiar, it's kind of a race to 8, because the first team to reach 8 here in the 5th and deciding set, they'll take a break and play, and the teams will switch sides. So it's always that's kind of the first target, is to get to 8 first. And coming into the game, we have Caitlin Coquette to serve.
62 there by Kipling Black. I don't know that she ran the pattern she was after. She kind of came down laughing there, but when you get the point, you come down laughing.
Yeah, could read the writing on that ball. It was such a float. And deep, good call there by McGregor. Up 3-1.
A little more height there for Steffen. Would have allowed her to reach on it there, but doesn't quite happen. So important point for Steinbach here.
Turn with the pass. Callie Andre keeps that one alive. Abigail Voth 3 balls that one over. Ogden with the set to Hanson Young. she paints the corner in 1 for the point.
Just another example of what she can do there. She's picking her shots and showing some of that experience for sure.
Hand pass there by Hanson Young. Gets an inside set.
Yeah, and you know what, Grant, I maybe just missed it earlier on, but it sure looks like Hanson Young right now, in addition to what she's doing from a volleyball standpoint, she's active and she's animated. She's talking to her teammates. You know, she's been doing it all night, but the dial just got turned up in the 5th set here to start.
Yeah, you know, she's obviously the captain for a reason, you know, the skill set, you know, her ability to, you know, play the game of volleyball. But yeah, as you're saying, Cam, just the way she's interacting and the positive vibe that she's giving her teammates.
Well, we've seen almost on every occasion tonight, out of a timeout, that team that's called the timeout has responded well, has closed the gap. So that's going to be an important piece of this puzzle here. 5-1.
Yeah.
You know, in a 5th set up to 15 is you know, you're looking at that. It's a bit of a challenge sitting in front of you, but you score 1 point and 5-2 looks completely different.
Doesn't it ever?
It sure does.
6-1, 5-2. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, 5-2. You got belief, and now you're defending break point. Maybe you get it 5-3. So that's what Steinbach is after. They feel the urgency of the moment, and they know they can do it.
Yeah.
And again, the excitement. A little bit more levity on the side of Massey here.
Good pass there by Kirsten Reimer.
Yeah.
And
that's
go to your money shot.
That's
Jubilee
what you want
stepping
from your big players here for sure. So she makes no mistake about it.
Absolutely.
So these are things that these teams practice. You know, certain drills are designed around siding out, and others are around break point. So this is where you want to be able to defend this serve and get another crack at it.
Callie Andre with the serve. McGregor with the pass. She's going to go out to Hanson Young. She goes deep cross court. Callie Andre recognizing it's a little deep and lets that one go out of bounds.
Well, she'll take that one.
Well, there you go, and now we're at 5-4.
5-4, that's right. Yeah, those.
You know, a little luck of the Irish off the top of the tape for Callie Andre. How quickly things change in the game of volleyball.
Yep. Especially at this level.
And comes back, and good recognition with Zoe Price and Georgia Hall on the back to let that one go out of bounds. The setter, Peyton Oakland, on the back.
It's a little bit tight on that pass. Didn't quite give setter Abigail Voth enough time to get there, and another 3-point lead for Vincent Massey.
So we got an ace on the 8th point, so the Vikings go up 8-4 on the turnover. Sabres might take their time getting in position. The Vikings are hustling to it because they want to keep momentum rolling. So as soon as the players have exchanged on either side of the net, players are on their benches, rotations have been checked, and we've got a sub coming in for the Sabres. Number 6 coming in, that's Acacia Brown coming in for Kirsten Reimer. We've seen this before.
Yep.
And she passed a dime when she came in the last one.
She did a great job.
And now she's in that middle passing. Last time she was in position 5. So. Right idea by Ashley Sullivan, got up and just didn't penetrate, and cleared it back onto her side.
I think she was anticipating Steinbach
a little
hands
joust
to come back up and
a little pressure on it.
Yeah, that's what you do. You push and throw, but if there's nobody to push against, you end up throwing it on your own side, which is what happened there. So
tight ball there to Hanson Young, manages to turn lemonade out of a lemon.
Yeah, exactly. She managed to fix that one. So
yeah. So that
9-5.
gives Oakton 3 hitters up front with Zoe Price, McGregor, and Sullivan. Down ball taken by Ogden. Hannah McGregor with the shot, dug up by Friesen. Turin through the hands for the score.
Turin keeps swinging hard at that ball. We've seen that lots all night. When she gets that ball, she makes no mistake about it. We can see here on our replay, ball just landing in front of the defender.
Back to serve, number 13, Jubilee Steffen.
That's going to be up
that
the
one
back.
Just looked like it was going to drop, and then it just took off on her. So.
Well, Grant, we're approaching that critical zone here. First team to 10 is Vincent Massey.
Yeah. Again, this set goes to 15, folks, in the 5th and deciding set here in semifinal number 1. And Kirsten Reimer continues to...
She's picking her shots.
Absolutely.
There, she's mixing it up.
Absolutely painted the back corner. Madeline Hebert in to do her job. Still have 3 timeouts on the board, so we may see one after this point, depending on how it goes. And Zoe Price off hands out of bounds off of Reimer.
Zoe Price has quietly done her job tonight as well there. She's a good option, and coming up to the later parts of this 5th set, gets the job done on the right side as she goes back to serve now.
11-7. Boy, what a great serve. Again, the bottom dropped out.
That's right.
3 possible match points here for Zoe Price, and Coach Amy Taves takes her 2nd and final timeout of the match.
Yeah, we've seen a bit of a shift in the energy and the moment here in this 5th set.
Yeah, the air's been taken out of half of the Investors Group Athletic Center for the Steinbach Sabres fans.
They're not done yet, though. We've seen this team and this group of young athletes that have competed on a lot of different levels.
Yeah.
They want to respond. It's going to come down to that first contact and that pass. If they get that, then they'll have an opportunity. But that's always the case. Being in system, especially when you have the attack that's coming at them on the Vincent Massey side, if you start giving free balls, down balls, it's going to be pretty tough. So they're going to want to respond out of this timeout with a good first pass and then go from there.
Yeah. We've got our LRSD hosts ready to interview after the conclusion of this match. Again, following this match, after a warm-up period, will be the number 2 ranked Lord Selkirk Royals taking on the number 3 College Jean Sauvé Olympians. Price to serve here. Pass by Steffen. Free ball coming to the Vikings. A little short on that set.
Ooh, nice dig.
Nice dig. Good roll shot. Great dig there by Georgia Hall. Hannah McGregor getting after it and knows it was just didn't quite get what she wanted.
It's kind of an interesting play there. The blocker on this side went up to attack, hit the net. Ball came back. She played it a second time. No call by the official.
Yeah.
But from our vantage point there's an argument that there might have been 2 hits.
Good back row shot there by Jersey Hansen Young. 13 serving 8. Hansen goes to the front row along with Kipling Black and Oakton. Hannah McGregor on the service line. Good save there by Abigail Both. Hansen Young puts that one into the middle of the tape, or into the middle of the net. So.
Well, Steinbach here has a chance, but they're going to have to play pretty clean and pretty close to perfect here to close this out. But we've definitely seen it before. Starts with a good serve, and they get one there.
And they get a free ball coming their way for an attack. And Jubilee Steppen continues to bounce balls, forcing Coach Kelly DeRue to take her first timeout of this 5th and deciding set. Just watching the Sabres come off, there's still a belief.
Yeah, and there has to be, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And so they know the challenge that's ahead of them.
Otherwise you wouldn't come out of the timeout.
That's right. Yeah, a bit of a mismatch at the net there right now. I believe it's Steppen who's facing off
hitting over
against
top of Ogden.
So we'll see if they do that double sub or if they stick with it and try to close this out.
Yeah.
Good timeout call, though. I mean, sometimes that you just want to hang on, you just want to get there, but stick with the game plan. And because it is important for Steinbach to come out and put a serve over that is over, but also puts the Vincent Massey Vikings in a bit of trouble because a free ball serve, we know what's coming back at them.
Yeah, it sounds easy, but it's under the circumstances, right? You just can't lollipop one in there because it's going to come back. With a lot of pace, so.
Haven't seen any indication that Kirsten Reimer is going to think twice about it, though. She seems to be.
No, she's in the moment. That's
she's
for sure.
in the moment, yeah. There you go. Another good serve, slightly behind the attack line. You know where this one's
slip
going.
by Steppen, but she recovers. And big solo block there by number 5, Kipling Black. And she's going to go to the service line, but we're going to have number 9, Reese Cohen.
Yeah, she's coming in. She's going to try and book a ticket to the Monday night final here.
Absolutely. Tip attempt kept alive. Dumped by Ogden. Steppen with the hands. And she puts that one away to keep their hopes alive.
Going.
Yep. Yep, and here we have Reese Cohen coming out, or Cowan coming out. Black in, and then Georgia Hall in for her on the libero. Good pass there by Hanson Young. Good dig by Callie Andre. Free ball coming. Tight ball for Ogden.
Oh boy, they wanted to get that one there. Everyone wanted to be in the same spot at the same time. They're getting an opportunity.
And
there
Peyton
you go.
Ogden. Congratulations to the Vincent Massey Vikings. Ogden wrapping that one up with the cheeky setter dump at possible match point. Again, heck of a match that we were entertained with tonight by both sides. Congratulations to the Steinbach Sabres. Hung in there right to the very end, but full credit to the Vincent Massey Vikings for living up to their #1 ranking, and they will advance to Monday night's varsity girls 4A provincial finals at 6 o'clock versus the winner of this next match versus College Jean Sauvé and Lord Selkirk Royals.
Both teams will be able to look back on this night. It's hard in the moment for Steinbach, but to a player, they're going to be able to look back at what they brought tonight and know that they did a great job by position, whether we're talking passing, liberos, people coming off the bench to serve, setting. Everyone made some really good contributions here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
And there are many teams and many athletes who just want the chance to be here, and for many girls on that Steinbach team, certainly not as far as they would have liked to have gone, but they had a chance to do it this year and last. So they're a pretty special accomplishment for them as well.
No doubt. And so I think that's a wrap for us on this first match. This next match was supposed to start 14 minutes ago, so I'm sure they'll put up 20 on the warm-up clock, I would think.
Yep.
Allow the team to do their individual skills, and then their team warm-up on the net. So again, full credit for an entertaining match on both sides, but at this point I think we'll turn our mics down, and you can anticipate probably 20 minutes I think would be safe for you to come back and join us here on LRSD.TV for the second semifinal with Lord Selkirk and College Jean Sauvé. Come on back, folks.